Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. You might not notice, but I have just attached a new microphone to my iPhone XS Max, and hopefully it gives me a little bit more isolated audio and hopefully a little bit crisper audio. Now I hear this mic makes it a little bit quieter, but I'll fiddle around with it once the video's done. Now I haven't got the PC yet, so I'm still doing my uploads with Mac, and until the PC gets here, which will hopefully be today or tomorrow, we'll still be doing it with Mac software, which isn't an issue. Love Mac products, but my son wanted a PC, so here we go. Soap for today is Proraso Green, which hopefully you can see there. Lovely. I've had this soap. This was pretty much the first soap that I ever purchased. It's just got a lovely clean menthol scent. That's all it's got in there. Absolutely beautiful. Now the brush for today doesn't match the soap in terms of the colour because it's bright blues and pearlescent blue. Now this has got a 26mm Magard black and white knot, and there is the Cadman shaving brush coin on the bottom. This is made by Cadman out of England, and he's an absolutely amazing brush maker. I mean, these brushes are flawless, there's no marks on them at all. They're a little bit pricey compared to say Turn and Shave and Craving Shaving and those guys that are out there, even Langley Shaving, which I haven't tried a Langley brush yet, but I am going to grab one eventually. Nothing wrong with a good old Canadian brush to match my Karve razor, and I've got a couple of Canadian soaps as well, tallow and steel and things, so I can do a full Canadian shave, which I already can do. I've got a Karve brush. Fuck, I'm talking shit today. But anyway, let's wet this brush. Actually, no, wait a minute. What am I playing at? I want to put some of this on first. Proraso pre-shave. Pre-shave and post-shave. Now this is really mentholated. Oh, it smells very much like sort of Vicks Vapor Rub. That's the scent I get from it. I'm not sure whether you get Vicks in your country. If you don't, then probably if you get Albus, it smells a little bit like that sort of oil, that real mentholated tea tree eucalyptus. Now the hope is that this little microphone here, albeit it's probably not the best for what I do, it is just a unidirectional mic. It just points straight out. It's pretty much a boom mic, a podcast mic, whatever you want to call it. But it should isolate the sound a little bit better. It should remove some of the echo in the bathroom. It should hopefully sort of remove all the sound round about other than my voice and the sounds from the shave, hopefully. So we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work very well, we'll move on to something else. So that was a Proraso pre-shave, very, very mentholated. My face is freezing already. Let's wet the brush now and get stuck into the soap and get a load done. So there's the soap, there's the brush, straight in. Now it's quite a small tub, but as you can see the 26mm knot does get in there quite comfortably. It doesn't struggle at all, it's not like it's splaying over the sides. I don't like these tubs if the fibres of your brush go on the side like that because they're quite sharp. So I'm always a bit worried that they're going to damage the fibres of your brush, whether it be natural hair or synthetic. Good old Proraso, the soap that started this long journey for me, which is now over 3 years since I started my channel, since I did my very first shave on the channel, and here I am, sort of, I think around about 900 videos later in just over 3 years, which is quite amazing really, but quite sad at the same time. Right, so that's my brush loaded. I'm just going to leave it as is like that. I'm just going to see if I can rinse the tub of soap out now, just dipping it in the bowl of water, which I think is working okay. Yeah. So that's my soap rinsed out. Now the ingredients on this one, on the back, it's covered in water now. But it's not as clean obviously as like a good artisan soap, but it's still a very, very clean soap. Very, very cold. Using very, very, very much. Right, here we go, let's start painting this on. Now Proraso, if you've never used it before or you're new to wet shaving, it doesn't make the best lather. It's quite light and airy. It makes a great lather, but it's not like a heavy, dense, creamy lather like you get from your good artisans and high fat content soaps. but that doesn't mean it's not a good soap. It's got a reasonably good post-shave feel, and the post-shave and pre-shave products from Proraso are excellent. I'm going to dip the brush and start painting some water in. As you can see, it's still a beautiful lather. Obviously it's not finished yet. I'm just going to take some of the soap off the handle here. It's one of the downsides to having a shorter handle, I find, and I do prefer the look of a shorter handle, but in terms of using it as a brush, you do get a lot of rundown from the top of the knot onto the handle in many cases, especially the way I lather like this. So it's just something to bear in mind. If you get a brush with a longer handle, you'll have much less issues with it getting covered in soap and becoming slippy. So this video may very well be done on the PC when it gets here, because I've already got 3 videos ready to go. My Abate y la Mantilla Don Jose and the Proraso Shavery Aromatherapy Oud. So they're all ready to go, and they'll probably be uploaded before, well, they will be uploaded before this one is, but whether this will be done via iMovie or via the PC, I'm not sure. Either way, it'll end up online, hopefully. Right, let's spray this brush now. Now this is a Maggard black and white knot. It's not quite as soft as an actual tuxedo knot or a black wolf knot from Wolf Whiskers or the Quarterman knot from Turn and Shave, but it is still a very nice knot. If anything, this one is not quite as soft at the tips, but it offers a little bit more scrub, so it's got more face feel. So if you want a really soft synthetic with heaps of face feel compared to other synthetics, then the Maggard black and white is definitely an excellent knot for that. So as you can see, this soap lathers up beautifully. It doesn't compete with the best of the best, but it's pretty damn close. And certainly there's no way that I couldn't recommend it to anyone, new or old. The menthol feel when you use the pre-shave and this soap now is beautiful and cooling. I'm just going to add a little bit more water because that's a little bit dry. Proraso's been around for many years. It's actually a shaving soap and products that I've been seeing since I was relatively young. But having never really been shown how to shave, just sort of watching my dad when I was younger, trying to grasp anything from him, even though his shaving technique. Alright, I'm back. That was my wife ringing. My lather's been sat on my face for quite some time, so let's just reinvigorate it. That's a beautiful lather as well. I'm just going to dip some water in. It's been a good 5 minutes it's been sat on my face, and as you can see there, it hadn't really moved. So a good thick lather. Definitely a more aerated lather than you get from a heavy, fat dense soap. But nonetheless, it's a lovely lather and it will shave superbly well. Right, the razor for today, surprise surprise, it's the Karve Christopher Bradley razor. As you can see there. Now I've got a brand spanking new Derby blade in there, just a standard Derby. And the reason I'm trying this out is because it works so well with the Voskhod, being a mild blade. I've got this on standby just in case it doesn't work. Let's try another, what would be described as a sort of mild blade, the Derby Extra. And that feels absolutely lovely. almost like the Karve razor can take a blade which isn't very sharp in terms of like your feathers and your kais and most of the Gillette blades, and makes it better than what it is. My face is ice cold. Oh, I keep nicking that little spot there. Just got it again. Now, I'm not saying that these blades aren't actually any good, they just don't get much airtime these days. People are generally going for not only more expensive double-edged razor blades like your feathers and your kai, just rinsing the sink out. But there does seem to be a sort of pattern of people generally moving towards more aggressive razors, more aggressive blades, just on a whole. Now, one thing I want to mention right now with Proraso soaps is they don't really dissolve in water, they don't melt away, especially with it's a cold water shave. So they generally sort of sit and float around in the water. You get a lot of soap scum on your sink as well. Now, the residual slickness, as always with Proraso, is very good. It's not excellent, but it's very good. The scent, for me, is lovely. I do enjoy this scent, that sort of menthol, tea tree type scent. But obviously that's not for everyone. To some people's nose it can be very medicinal sort of smelling. Beautiful. Right, and it does gum up your razor a little bit, so if you're one of those guys out there or gals, it doesn't polish your razors or give them a good towel down once you finish with them. If you were to use Proraso quite often, you would get a build up of soap scum on there. And I'll definitely be interested with this mic, which is over to the right a little bit, so it's not right in front of me. If it picks up any audio feedback from the razor, because albeit there's not a lot, I'm sort of hoping it's still going to pick it up, because it does generally tend to isolate whatever's said or the noise directly in front of it. Yeah, certainly lovely residual slickness. If anything, I would probably say this is one of the best ladders I've had from Proraso. Really, I should have used a soap like this for Flash, because he's all about these type of soaps. He's very big on being a tight Welshman. he's more Scottish than me. That is super smooth, and the Derby blade feels like it's I think I might have just sliced my chin there, but I'm not sure. Right, just going to put a little bit of water around my mouth and just finish off around the lips. Beautiful. Right, let's get rid of the soap scum. So that was a good splash of warm water, followed up by a good splash of cold. And that's a pretty damn good shave. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm getting a little bit of red spots here and there on my neck now, but that's mainly due to just daily shaves, and it does get a little bit better the more I go along. I do find with certain soaps I get better, less irritated shaves, even though I'm using the same plate. However, nothing I've used in this Karve razor so far, in terms of blade, has really outdone the Voskhod, which has really surprised me. And of course it's a subjective thing, a blade. It will work beautifully for me in the Karve, but may not work so well for you. So it's about finding the blades that work best for you in the razor. Give it a good dust off. Lovely. That's all done. Yes, I've got a couple of little whippers, a couple just under here I get, or just when I go against the grain a little bit there. And albeit, I'm not going against the grain all over my face. But yeah, lovely. Right, let's finish off now with Proraso Green Aftershave Splash. Now this has absolutely no staying power whatsoever. I was not expecting that alcohol burn. Oh shit. Whew. Thankfully, there's a good kick of menthol in that afterwards, it cools you down. Wow, I wasn't expecting to have had an alcohol hit like that for a long time. Now does that mean that I've had quite an irritated shave? Probably does. But anyway, let's get to what it was. Proraso Green Shaving soap. Comes in this little tub like that. You can also get it as a cream in a tube, but that's shaving soap. I've had that now for 3 years and it still does exactly what it did the first day that I used it. Gives me a great shave, builds a good enough lather, it's got plenty of slickness, post shave's okay, it's not too bad. I did start the shave off today with Proraso Green pre-shave. The brush for today was the Cadman custom with a 26mm black and white Magard knot. It's not the knot that came in this brush originally. This had a 24mm tuxedo knot in here, and it was set far too low, and I had to get it fixed. So Ray Edge Restored actually re-knotted this brush for me and did a fantastic job of not damaging the handle at all and getting a new knot in there. The razor for today was the Karve Christopher Bradley razor, which is just a stunning razor. It really is beautiful. And it had a brand spanking new Derby blade, which shaved very smoothly. Very surprised with the blade and razor combo again. Not as good as the Voskhod, it really isn't. The Voskhod hardly gave me any weepers, so I might go back to a Voskhod in my next shave, just to see whether it really does make a difference. I've got quite a few weepers on my neck and around my lips and things. And yes, whoever mentioned not shaving with the grain on here, that's definitely part of the issue. But it just comes down to a comfort thing for me. It doesn't hurt that I'm getting this. This dries in pretty good and the redness goes away generally by the time I'm at work. So it doesn't bother me too much. Finished off today with Proraso Green aftershave with eucalyptus and menthol. You can see it there. 100ml, I've used about half of this bottle. Whew, I wasn't expecting that burn from it, I have to say. That was a hell of an alcohol burn. And once again, I've got a lovely, clean, smooth, comfortable shave. It was a very comfortable shave, albeit the alcohol made it feel like it wasn't. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. And seem to be getting better results with milder blades from the Karve razor, even though it works very well with sharp blades as well. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to using the PC, try some 4K editing and hopefully get some 4K 60 frames per second videos up. Yes, it's shaving videos, we do not need that 4K resolution and whatever else, but I just want to see if I can do it mainly. More than anything else, I want to see if I can do it and get it up there with a higher frame rate and a higher resolution. Not everyone will be able to watch it, including myself, unless I'm watching it on the PC I'm doing it with, editing with. But yeah, we'll see how we go. You guys stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.